What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be reacting to another Murph's Y213 video. As we're going to be reacting, he just dropped, and it's pretty topical. We're going to be reacting to how the Masked Man should be revealed in WWE. Now, if you saw my Reddit video from maybe like a week or so ago, you guys would have known kind of just who I think it is. I think the chances are it's probably going to be Austin Theory, like I said. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we don't really know until it will be revealed. This is who he thinks, how they should be revealed. But before we get started, make sure you go down below, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also, if you guys wanted to watch live reactions to these, you guys can follow me over on Twitch at Powerbomb Inc. Watch it live with me. You know, it's a decent time over here. It's a decent time over here. Either way, I think let's get into the reaction.
The question on everyone's mind right now is who is the Masked Man who attacked CM Punk inside War Games? Well, we don't have any answers yet, but we do get another assault on Raw. The Masked Man leaps off the top rope with the frog splash. And this is the first time that Paul Heyman gets to look into the eyes of the man behind the mask, and he seems taken back. And Logan Paul seems to have no idea who it is, but is happy to take the victory. And while
so
Logan
he's kind of going down the route that
Heyman
these guys don't even know.
However, the party for Logan doesn't last long, as someone who is desperate to get at them both arrives. Punk chases down
it's a nice Punk cop.
who retreats through the crowd.
Murph's has a lot of like really good. His content's actually nuts. It's insane. If you guys wanted to watch the full video, the full unedited version, you guys can go in the description below. It's going to be the top link. Just so you guys know, if you guys wanted to watch it on your own time, go right ahead and absolutely do so.
Heyman, clearly distracted by this hooded figure in the crowd, seems confused but optimistic. And he's having a heated discussion with Adam Pearce after the assault, and Heyman says,
there's the Rhea and Io stuff in the
Adam,
back.
I don't know who it is, and I haven't put them up to it. But did you ever think that maybe, just maybe, it's another Logan Paul situation, and someone is trying to prove themselves and trying to join the Vision without us knowing? And then Liv Morgan arrives, but she isn't who Pearce wanted to see.
Maybe Dom?
He wanted to see Dominic, considering it was a frog splash on Ray, but she says her and Dominic were doing pre-tape interviews. You know, considering he's a double champion. But Pearce says, and yet, here you are, and he isn't. So how do you explain that? But Liv just laughs at him and says, I'm a busy girl. Dom is a busy man. We don't have time for this. Bye, Adam.
Really? I'm wondering who.
And let me know if you need anything else.
Who he has going then.
But that doesn't create any less doubt in Pearce. He's very firm in his belief that Heyman.
I feel like that's a red herring though.
And he might well be, because this figure continues to pop up, including when CM Punk teams up with Jimmy Uso after Jey Uso refused earlier in the night to take on Bronson Reed and Logan Paul. And while the match goes off without a hitch for a while, eventually it comes to the moment. And Heyman is very conveniently distracting the referee as the Masked Man
big super kick
again. And
so we know a super kick, frog splash, maybe Montez Ford? Maybe a Montez? I know that was kind of going around.
Reed, who leaps off, buries him with a tsunami, and picks up.
Especially, also, we haven't really seen Montez Ford recently. I don't know if he would do that for a video.
Into the eyes of the assailant. Once again, he's unsettled. Or is he? Is Heyman pretending not to know who this is? Or does he actually have no control over this situation? Well, regardless, this sets Punk right off. Pearce, if you can't get this together, I'll launch my own investigation. Oh, and why not now? Hey, Jay.
Oh, it could be, it could be the Usos.
Dressed in black. That's pretty convenient.
Super kick and a frog splash.
Tag with me, and now we lose to someone super kicking your brother. Where have you been? Pearce steps in to calm the situation down, but Jay, who is in the middle of a crash out of sorts, refuses to speak to him.
But Jay was in the War Games.
He leaves. And
Jay was in the War Games.
Warns Pearce that if he doesn't get things under control, He's going to have to take
Punk's
things
thinking out
into
of
his own
anger.
hands.
He's thinking out of
and
anger. It
become
wouldn't be Jay.
vigilante.
Jay was at the
And
War
it puts
Games.
Pierce, but all of Raw and all
He
of
could have
the
hired
WWE
someone,
for that
sure,
matter on notice.
but I don't
because
think
the
so.
jurisdiction of the Masked Man isn't limited to one place, and we find that out the hard way. Because during a Drew McIntyre match, they show up again, only this time leaping off the top.
Carmelo?
Nothing but net, which hands the win to Drew after the referee missed.
I think
his
all these are going to be red
interference.
herrings.
As he
I
gets
think they're all red
backstage,
herrings.
Nick Aldis is now all over him looking for intel. But Drew, after being suspended by Aldis, isn't so forthcoming with information, which frustrates the general manager no end. Because this isn't just Adam Pearce's problem now. It's a WWE-wide situation. And after that attack, of course attention is going to turn to Carmelo Hayes. Because it was, of course, his move that did the damage. And he sends a message out on X that's rather cryptic.
Gotcha.
Pretty good form.
I think maybe I feel like it's gonna be an NXT guy in his mind. I think it also could be like a Ricky Saints.
But the questions get even
A Ricky
more
Saints?
intense when Bron Breakker
I feel like he's a little
ambushed during his
lean.
entrance by the Masked Man. This time not
Oh.
helping, but hindering the vision. The crowd is so
Okay.
confused because it's against every grain of everything we've seen so far.
Yeah.
And as Breakker is thrown into the ring, the Masked Man has him right where
He's on
he
his
wants
own.
him, and he strikes a very familiar pose, followed by a very familiar move.
Unless it's like a scream situation
And
where
right
there's
after,
multiple
the
people.
mask is ripped off, and of course, it's CM Punk. See? It's not hard to be a bitch. Anyone can sneak up behind someone
Yeah.
wearing a mask. Someone should have the balls to show themselves. Just like
Yeah.
I'm going to show this meathead just how far from the top of the game you really are. Because if you, Bron, or anyone else under a mask thinks they are the best in the world, you ain't until you've beaten me. Punk isn't the mystery man at all. He just lives up to what he said to Pierce. He's going to become a vigilante. And he sends a double message.
Okay.
A defiant message that no matter the numbers, he's still number one. But it's Paul Heyman who is still Adam Pearce's number one suspect. And he has Heyman in his office on the night of the Netflix first anniversary show. And Heyman is put out by this because all he wants to be doing is preparing Bron Breakker for the biggest match of his career, but Pierce has proof. So, Paul, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you have anything to do with this masked man who very conveniently has helped you through the last month? And Paul very strongly says, Adam, I told you, we have no idea who it is. Okay, Paul, enough.
Okay.
Explain this to me then. I've got 3 different
Talking to
security
him, Dom.
clips. The first one is you talking to Dominic Mysterio.
They're all red herrings,
after
though.
the frog splash
They're
on
all
Ray.
red herrings.
The second is you talking to Jey Uso after the super kick on Jimmy. Oh, and this is particularly good. You were on SmackDown, a show where Drew McIntyre, a man you've done a lot of business with lately, was helped by a man who used Carmelo Hayes' move. And who are you talking to? Can you explain any of this? Paul, on the back foot now, just says, you're very observant, Pierce. Well done. But your investigation skills are terrible. You think I'm not looking into things myself? How about I ask you a question? Have you looked into this masked man's eyes? Because I have. Twice. And I'll tell you this.
Oh.
Both times, they were different. Paul. Paul!
So it is
What
a
do you
scream
mean?
situation. Okay. Who?
Something
Maybe it's
is on the cusp
Theory
of
and Waller?
exploding. You can feel it
I don't
in the
know.
air. And the main event has a dark, dark cloud hanging over it. But it doesn't stop Bron Breakker, who is flanked
This
by
is January
Heyman,
5th
who is
episode.
actually looking quite relaxed.
This is
Like he
actually
has
set
a
up
plan.
in real life.
Because of course he does. And Breakker shows
see.
out. It's the real making of him as the world title is on the line against CM Punk, who is as fearless as ever during the match and actually inviting the
sleep.
masked man to come out and show themselves. But it's eerily calm.
Who
and the
is
whole
it?
crowd
Who?
continuously
Come on.
looks around and feels like something is going to
I'm
happen.
excited for this match.
They're
Big
just
time,
waiting
though.
for the
Big
moment.
spear.
But it doesn't come. And the match goes deep. Breakker struggling to break down the legend. And he and Punk are just trading off. They've thrown whatever little they have left. And they nail each other with a shot to the head at the same time. And collapse. And Heyman is pounding the mat. He's trying desperately to get Breakker back to his feet.
Ooh.
However, it's then a pair of feet.
Maybe it's like
seen walking towards Heyman at ringside.
I don't know.
And Heyman, for the third time, locks eyes with
Maybe
this
it's
hooded
3 different
figure.
people.
And he looks mortified, like he's seen a ghost. However,
What?
his demeanor changes because, as we said, he has a plan.
Oh.
Lesnar is the backup plan,
Yo.
and he walks down the mystery man, who lets go of Heyman now, and he runs behind his beast. And Lesnar is ready to pounce, but it's then
Cena
this
goes.
entire plan comes to fruition.
Yeah, it's 3. Who? Rollins? I actually don't know. I don't know who it could be. Who? What? Chair shot. Okay, so we got 3. They're all hitting curb stomps.
I showed
Maybe it's a
you
new
that
faction
you
by
can't do this
Seth?
without me. And now I show you that I can take it all away whenever I want.
Ron's got a new
stole my
faction.
But a Messiah never dies. He rebirths.
Murphy and Theory.
He rebuilds.
Wow.
Claims.
That'd be badass, dude. That would be sick. Yo. Murphs. Hats off to you, dude. That would be nuts. That would be sick. Is it possible? Is it even possible? When does Murphy's contract with AEW come up? Or is it already up? That would be nuts. Oh my gosh, you know? We got Rollins. When does Rollins come back? I don't know. That'd be sick. Thank you, Mertz, for allowing me to react to your content. You guys can watch the full video down in the description below. The first link will be the link to the full video. But yeah, either way, make sure you go down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can watch the full version, live reactions with me over on Twitch at Powerbomb Inc. So have a good day, have a good night, whatever time it's for you, and goodbye.